What's up, everybody?
You know what time it is. Let's get into this.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? We're just goofing around. Hey, we got a new face.
Look who it is.
Look at that face.
I told you, Breezy's
Hey,
going to
guys.
be in the house.
Hey.
Everyone, this is Breezy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm excited to
I'm
be here
JT,
today.
but you should know me by now.
Shut up.
Shuddy.
You shut your mouth while you're looking at me.
Anyway, guys, we were trying to figure out how we wanted to do our intro for this one, so we were like, let's just go.
Yeah, we don't know.
Let's just go with it. But, guys, yeah, as you see, Bree's in the house. And
Welcome, Bree. Yay!
Hey! Breezy's here to stay. So
Awesome, and we're happy to have her, too.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks, guys.
100%.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And so tonight, guys, we're just going to have some fun, kind of get to know Breezy for you guys. And for JT, I've known her. She's a very, very good friend of mine.
Yes.
She's like a sister to me.
He talks about her all the time, so I feel like she's my sister or something.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want. Family. We talk about it all the time.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Family,
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
And, so
The horror family.
Exactly. The horror family.
But bump.
See? Told you. So, guys, yeah, tonight.
So this
we're
is
just-
what you're in for tonight.
We're just gonna have some conversations with her and let everyone get to know her. Let JT ask some questions. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask some weird, uncomfortable questions just for the hell of it.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Whoa. Oh, speaking of weird, so, you know, in Austin, Texas, they do this whole weird Austin thing. I don't know. That has nothing to do with what we're talking
saying,
about.
we don't
It was
know
just-
what the
it was
fuck
just-
you're
Where
talking
are we
about.
going?
But we
right
need to
now?
make a trip down there because it's weird.
Yeah.
and
Love it.
We like weird.
I've been checking out. Speaking of that, I mean, I tagged you guys earlier in that one. What was it? Ohio, Haunted Ohio.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
the road trip.
The road trip deal.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't open it and look at that, but it was funny. Somebody else had posted that, and then you tagged me in it, and I was like, "Oh, dude." Well, you know, they used to do. They probably still do. They used to do a big one that went like through all the way around Missouri.
Yeah. We
And you stopped at all these different haunted places.
we checked that out before. I think
Excuse
we
me, I
actually
got the
pulled
hiccups.
it. He's got something in his throat.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez, guys. Okay, so I got a question.
Question.
Question,
Ooh, I like
guys.
questions.
Ladies and gents, and we'll go with, I'll let
Boys and
I'm going to
goyles?
put Breezy on the spot and let her answer.
Oh.
Let her answer first.
All right.
So, I know we've talked about this a lot because we talk all the time. But why, what about or why horror or just the scary, paranormal, all that? Like, what
Well,
about it?
Just
Well, it
ask her
goes-
the hardest question first.
Hey, that way she can get her
It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Just-
Let's go.
what, bikini wax.
Whoa.
Ow. Well, let's go way back, okay?
Okay, start at the beginning.
I
So your
was
mom and dad
born-
got together. And,
See what had
And
happened
that's
was
how I was made. Well, I was born with horror in my blood. You know, you would ask anybody in my family, our favorite holiday was Halloween.
Oh my
of
God.
course.
you got to come over here for
Okay.
Halloween.
Oh, I've heard stories.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen pictures.
You know,
Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bring the kids. It's a good time.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, my parents, when we lived in California, because my dad, military family, we'd move all over the place, but we lived in California, and in our neighborhood, our house was known as the house to go trick-or-treating to.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
My parents would go all out.
You guys did the big, huge display.
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, one year we ended up putting our Toyota up into a tree.
Oh my
Mom laid
God.
out on the hood, you know.
Okay, I haven't went that far. But
Dad, knowing his knots, completely hanging himself in a tree, making it look like, you know, he's got a noose
That is
around his
awesome.
neck,
you
holding
know,
the
there
bull.
are so few people do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was really weird because my wife and I, we put on a huge display every year. And even in the small town that we live in, that you just don't see that much anymore.
Yeah.
There are a few houses, but not.
Yeah.
You know, so that's cool. That's really
Oh,
cool.
absolutely.
I love it. She's my best friend now.
I told
Hey.
you. I told you. I told you. But proceed.
Yes. So, you know, me, 3 years old, Okay. I don't choose to be a princess. I don't choose to be a fairy, anything like that. Okay, my costumes was always horror. 3 years old,
Nice.
and I choose to dress up like Edward Scissorhands. I know it's not really a horror movie, but dude,
I'd be scared of him.
Johnny
You're 3 years
Depp in
old?
that movie.
I want to know
is
how Edward
creepy,
Scissorhand takes a piss.
right? Chap.
I mean,
Don't
seriously.
worry about it.
Seriously. These are the things I think about.
Catheter?
Can I get you a new bag?
I mean, just 3-year-old, just completely quiet, just looking up, pale face, black around the eyes, the whole shebang, black
That's
hair,
cool.
frizzed all over the place.
And that was before she put on her
Yes.
costume.
Yes. How'd you know?
That's how she got out of bed that
Because
morning.
I know you, girl. I know you.
Okay, and then forward through, moved up to Iceland. We were always doing, Bloody Mary and the
Holy
Candy
shit.
Man.
Iceland? Like
Yes.
Iceland?
Yes.
Like, holy
Yes, yes. My older sister, she
crap.
had
Been around
a.
the block.
Oh,
Yes,
she's
I've been
everywhere.
all over the place. Very cultured.
That's cool.
Very cultured. I mean, in California, my parents took us to Alcatraz, the haunted tour.
Nice.
Took us to the Winchester Mansion. Did the tour.
I told you you love her.
Oh,
Dude.
dude,
I told you, man.
crazy.
I
The
told you.
Queen
Okay,
Mary.
she needs to move over here. You need to move over there.
Shutting
We
this
just
shit
getting
down. We're
started,
shutting this down.
Get the party started.
right?
Yeah.
The Queen
That is
Mary.
awesome. That is awesome.
All over the place. Like my
Those are all
family,
places I wanted to
horror
go.
family.
Ooh, I just got a
straight
new
up.
nickname for her, too.
What?
When we do our banner,
Yeah.
we got to have nicknames underneath our faces. The Mistress of the Macabre.
Ooh. She's going to be like one of those TV ghoulish hosts.
Yeah,
like
dude,
Sven
like
Gulli.
Elvira.
Absolutely.
She'll be like the hostess with the mostess or whatever.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Mistress of the Macabre.
Okay, forward. Iceland. Okay. Nobody, it's cold as hell up there. Winter,
yeah.
come on now. All right. So
And
my
it's
parents.
the daylight,
Yes, yes.
24/7.
Winter time, 24 hour, no sun.
Or no,
Blackout.
yeah, blackout.
Dude,
Yeah.
Please.
30 days a night.
Dude,
Completely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Telling you.
Absolutely. So my parents, it's like rocks all over the place, whatnot. So like you walk out there and you feel like you're in Mars. Like everything's rock.
Wow.
Right? So my parents, they find an abandoned building out in the middle of nowhere, rented out school buses, and my dad ended up getting quite a few of his CB guys to put together. They had CBs, they had the Marines. just
CBs, for you
different-
guys that don't know, is a Navy term.
Navy,
Yeah.
absolutely. But different branches of the military to put on this big haunted house. And they would go around the whole base picking up kids, parents, all kinds, all sorts, just to come.
Was it in a panel van that said free candy? on the side?
It was a crazy yellow school bus.
down here.
Got some popsicles in the basement.
Got some popsicles in the basement.
Get your fat space ass over here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, love it. But yeah, we would pick up all these kids, bring them into the middle of nowhere in the dark, just to go through this haunted
That's awesome.
house.
That is awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
like
Dude,
my younger sister.
I know what we're doing for Halloween now. We're going into town. We're going to pick up all these kids
Hey.
and get arrested on the way home. But hey, we have full-size candy bars.
Full
full
size
size.
around here,
Can't
folks.
beat that.
It's not
Absolutely.
fun size. It's king size.
So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that, you've been around your whole life.
Oh yes.
So, like, it's kind of weird because for me, my parents weren't really into that stuff, but I was. It was, like, natural to me. So you kind of got
You
it
were born
cool.
with it.
Yeah, I was born with it kind of.
Absolutely.
Well, so were you really because it come
Yes.
through your parents. And they put, out into you. But, like, for me, I didn't have that. My parents weren't into it, like doing that stuff,
Yeah.
But for me, it kind of just came naturally, and I've always loved it. So basically, like what I'm talking about too is horror for me is very, very nostalgic. Anything scary, paranormal, like we just watched Poltergeist the other night, and I was like, man, this stuff just, and he was even saying it.
I felt like a kid watching
It just brings you back.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, like when you watch a horror movie, it just brings you right back to
childhood, like
having that feeling of
the unknown.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people talk about music. Okay, they'll be like, "Oh, I can hear a song on the radio, and it takes me back to a time." Well, I get that from both sides because I'm big into music, but the horror movies are what really take me back. You know, it's kind of weird.
Time capsule.
A lot of the music, you know, I'll be honest. In the '80s, I was too stoned to remember when that song came out. You know, but you know, the movies though is what did it for me. I could completely engross myself in a story, in a plot, even in a character.
Oh, 100%.
You know, it just, I don't know, I've just always
Well, I
loved
did,
horror.
as you know, I did engross myself in characters. I was a freaking I was a frog brother for years, man. Like, I've talked about it with you. Yeah, you know, I've talked to you about it. Like, I vampire hunted it up, son. You probably remember, maybe not, you moved here before or after I did that, but I used to wear camo to school every day. Full camo every day to school.
That's really funny. I just gave my brother a hat. Somebody, you know, I drive a Mustang, so I'm big into Mustangs. Somebody gave me a Mustang hat. But you're not going to hold that against me. I got you. You know, I mean, I know it's not a Camaro.
Hey, I love your.
I won't have to worry about pushing it home.
You know, I love your Mustang.
But anyway, somebody gave me a Mustang hat, and it was a camouflage Mustang hat. I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking wear this. I can't stand camouflage. I gave it to my brother, and my brother's like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'll wear that."
I wore camo all the time. That's what I did, man. So yeah, like with the horror thing, you know, like for you, so kind of is basically like just like you said, in your blood.
You grew up that
It's
way,
literally
yeah.
in
You
your
know,
blood.
shows we'd watch, scary movies. You know, you got classics, Halloween, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Chucky. You know,
So let me ask you there.
Hellraiser.
So I'll just go ahead and ask the big question. What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh my God, that's so hard.
I know that's a difficult question.
Is
Would it be
hard.
easier if I asked you what is your favorite genre of horror film?
Because you got like slasher, gore,
Paranormal, creature.
It depends on the decade, though. Oh
That,
goodness.
that's a good answer, really. I mean, because it really depends on your frame of mind, on where you're at. I know what my favorite genre is. My favorite genre has always been paranormal. I am fascinated with haunted houses, so I absolutely love haunted house movies. But I'm with you there. I was never big into zombies. I say that, but there was a time where I watched a bunch of zombie movies.
I'm a zombie guy.
We know this.
Yeah, see, she knows. I'm a zombie man, and well, you know, it was zombies. Very first, I say vampires because I actually fell in love with the vampire thing because of the
Twilight
boys and stuff like that. How dare you?
It's Twilight.
Don't think just because we're on camera, I will smack you.
Oh my God! I just heard that they're gonna make the
Batman.
The dude, he's gonna be playing Batman.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Shut your mouth.
I don't want to go into it.
I said that to my wife. My wife's like, "Well, you know, we thought the same thing when they picked Ben Affleck," and I'm like,
"Nah, there's a big difference."
Yeah, she said, and the guy that played him before them wasn't that great either. I'm like, that was Christian Bale. He was probably one of the best Batmans.
Yes.
And she's like, "Yeah, but that's not what I meant. He used to be a teen star," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, he used to do these teeny bopper movies and stuff," and she told me something that he was in, and I don't remember what it is now, but when she told me that, I was like, "You just shut your mouth."
But everybody knows Twilight. We won't talk about it. The only Twilight I wanted to see is the one I seen on Facebook with the meme that said how we really wanted Twilight to end, and it had them two sitting down, and here comes Blade behind them.
Yeah, it was funny. I'm not going to diss those movies because a lot of people love them.
My wife loves
I don't like
Not a
them.
fan.
My wife made me watch the first one, and note I said the first one. I haven't seen the others, but we were 3/4 through the movie, and nobody had died yet, and I was like, "Honey, is anybody going to die?" And she's like, "Oh, somebody's going to die coming up right here." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, right on."
An hour
right
later.
on. And then all of a sudden the screen goes black and you hear somebody yell, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "Well, no, somebody died."
They lost me as soon as they started sparkling. When they start sparkling, I'm like, vampires do not sparkle unless it's right before they explode. It kind of looks like a sparkle, but they explode. They don't
kind of does.
sparkle
Kinda does.
like
I'm
diamonds.
with you there.
I can't do it. So let's get away from that. Pick out.
She looks like she wants to talk about Twilight.
She likes pushing my
Oh,
buttons.
no.
She likes
No.
to push my buttons. She knows what to do.
No, but seriously, do you have a favorite genre of horror? Or is it just anything
Anything.
Yeah, I love
anything
honestly.
that
What's your favorite slasher?
get you twisted?
Who's your favorite slasher?
It's a toss-up between Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, man, and
Yeah.
For me, it's a cross between Michael Myers and Jason.
Yeah.
Jason's
that's a hard
one of my,
too.
Michael and Jason are two of my favorites.
And it's kind of hard because 100% Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday 13th are like the mecca.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Hands down.
it's almost like you can't compare. You can because
Anything
everyone's
with
got their
them.
own.
Yeah.
But for me, I love them all so much.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to pick a.
It was funny. I talk about Jason. So I just went and saw Slayer in Kansas City over the weekend, and fucking killer concert, man, killer. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Slayer. It's probably close to 30. But so I wore my Friday the 13th T-shirt to go to this concert. I've got a shitload of Slayer T-shirts.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like you don't wear a Slayer T-shirt to a Slayer concert.
Yeah, you don't like.
I mean,
Yeah,
you do,
yeah.
but you don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy,
No, no.
So, and I'm really big into horror, and I'm all about, I want people to know that I'm into horror, and it has struck some really cool conversations,
100%.
that I've had with countless people. But anyway, so here I am. I'm in this sea of people wearing Slayer shirts, and I've got on this Friday the 13th shirt, and I can't tell you how many times somebody walked past me and was like, "Fuck, dude, cool shirt."
Yeah, dude.
I
And that's
mean,
what
it
I'm
was-
Stuck out, man.
And that's what I'm talking about. You've paid attention. You've watched all of our episodes ahead.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
been watching and stuff. So you've heard us talk about that. Like having that conversation is what's cool.
Yes.
You get
Yeah,
to meet people
yeah.
and you have to have these cool conversations
Oh, yeah.
and see what makes them tick on that stuff. And
Their
it's-
outlook on things.
it's really
Absolutely.
cool, man, to see how people think, oh, that's a horror movie. You let your kids watch horror? Like it's like, man, that brings me back to brings so much joy into me when just thinking about it. Just thinking about when I used to watch. Like I know it's kind of freaking crazy.
I just had a song run through my head. Sorry,
Oh, Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not going to sing it though,
Thank God. But like Night of the Demons.
Yes. Classic.
because I'd have to do the Carlton.
Oh,
Jesus.
yes.
Night,
Yes.
Night of the Demons, like that movie. Just hearing the intro.
Yeah.
Just the intro of that, man, just shoots me way back to a
Right.
really good time in my life. And I was like, man.
The music.
You know what? We
The
have
music in
completely
horror
fucked her
movies.
over. She never did answer my question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
Please do. What's up?
Which one?
No, about your favorite genre of horror.
Oh, okay.
You never did give me a solid answer. But that's okay.
Or do you have a
you don't
solid
have to.
answer?
I mean, if you don't
I
have
don't.
one.
I really
Yeah.
don't, honestly.
And that's cool. That's cool.
That's kind of like for
That's
me,
really
too, because I
hard.
love all horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And don't
everything
get me
that comes
wrong.
with it.
It just, I gravitate towards the paranormal. I always have. I love ghost stories. I love a really good, creepy ghost story.
Oh, I find myself
In a
going
haunted
on
house
YouTube and
movie.
just watching freaking
The-
ghost
Oh my God,
sightings
you
and
will send yourself
creatures.
down a
Oh,
rabbit
absolutely.
hole every time. I mean, it's
You
crazy.
go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, the
Story
amount
of
of
my life.
stuff on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yes.
Harder, faster, deeper.
Deeper, deeper.
Krista, sorry.
Hey, let me tell you something first of all. Me and her and my wife, we...
Wait. You
No,
can't,
no, I'm not
you
going
can't
there.
tell
I'm
that
not
on
going there.
YouTube.
All over
I'm
again.
not-
Let's do it.
I'm not going there. What I was going to
You
say...
can't talk about that on
What
the
I
air.
was going
Hold
to
on.
say is that we are the closest as friends as you can get, like family. I mean, we are family. We don't call
Yes.
each other friends. We're family.
Yes.
She knows
my
anything.
twin.
She knows anything and everything about me and my life, and pretty much me, same thing with her. So, like, it's weird. I told Gerald before, you know, or JT. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you out there.
Man, I'm out there, so.
I know. No. I told him, I was like, you know, we're twins, basically. I
Yes.
mean, we are so much alike, it's ridiculous. And I mean, same thing with the horror, like with the stuff we like, you know, and like horror.
It was funny because whenever you first started talking about bringing her in, I was like, oh man, I don't know, dude.
What's going to happen?
Are you sure? And he's like, dude, she is just like me.
Absolutely.
And I'm like,
Once she gets
All
used
right,
to
we'll
being,
Are
once
you
she,
sure
We'll
about
see.
once she gets used to being on
Just a
here,
little scared, but we'll see.
yeah,
No,
talking.
she's doing great.
Oh, I
She's
know.
doing
Once she
great.
gets used to that, trust me, it's gonna get cool. It's crazy.
yeah.
she's all right, cool.
She pops off. Trust me, just as much as I want to. If I keep myself kind of cool on here a little bit, sometimes. There's stuff that falls out of my mouth that we'll probably be getting banned off YouTube. But
Yeah,
it is
which
what it is.
I got to be careful too because we got another notification the other day.
Oh, did we? On what?
Sorry,
What we get a notification
on our
on?
Poltergeist video.
What about it?
Well, I put
Oh, the
Carol
music?
Ann's song in there.
And they got us for it.
And, yeah, they tagged us for it. But the people that tagged us were like, you know, you can use it, but, you know, any money that comes your way, we're taking it.
Of course.
It's like, okay, whatever.
Of course.
Oh, man.
See, that's the
So
thing.
now I
about
got to
it.
figure that out. So
We'll just keep
I'll
using your guys.
illegally download
We'll just
it
keep
and
using
then-
your. We'll just keep
And we
using your.
continue.
And we're just kidding.
We'll keep using your kick-ass music from. Well,
I have-
give a shout out to
Well, a lot of the music you hear on our
on our pad.
on our podcast is from my band Lunatic. And then our intro music is
Which is kick ass.
two of the guys from Lunatic, after we broke up, got together with this other band called Fun Gone Wrong, and they are total awesome party band. I mean, these guys, they wear bags on their heads, you know, like the Unknown Comic, and, you know, I mean, they're a kick-ass band, but unfortunately, they're not together anymore either. Lunatic is still together in spirit. We get together a couple times a year and do a show,
That's
you know,
what's
just
up.
for the hardcore fans and stuff, but at one time, we were a pretty big deal in St. Louis.
Well, I just want to
That's
give you guys.
kick-ass.
I just want to give you and all your band mates and stuff, and everybody else a shout out because your music is kick-ass, and thanks for letting us use it.
Yeah, and I appreciate Harry and Andy and Jim letting me use that music.
100%. That's what I was saying. 100%, man. And
you
we
guys
freaking
fucking
love it.
rock.
But yeah, back into the horror. You know, I say that I don't like usually like pick a certain type, but man, I like slasher movies. I love slasher films. My son is obsessed with Michael Myers. I mean, I sent you that video.
Yeah.
He cries if he does. I'm my buddy. You gotta wait a few years. He wants to watch Friday the 13th now too. So can I watch this? I'm like,
bring him over here.
oh, I know.
Watch it on
But
the
I'm like, I
freaking
can't.
big screen.
I can't let him watch it that early. I can't. I let him watch
Should have brought him over here tonight. I was watching Evil Dead
Evil
2.
Dead 2. God, those are so good, man. Well, now that I think about it, Evil Dead doesn't have any nudity in it, does it? Besides that one part.
The
with
skeleton was
Yeah.
naked, but hey.
Well, I mean, that's part two. The first one.
The first one. No, I don't
There's
think
that
it
scene
does.
with the bushes, but you don't
the-
really see nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I might let him watch that.
Well, and the reason why I was watching Evil Dead 2 tonight is I've been listening to this new podcast called Witchfinger, and it's these three chicks that they talk about horror movies. Well, I just listened to one of their episodes where they were doing a live feed while they were I think they were at a bar, and they were watching Evil Dead 2 in the bar.
Oh, that's kick-ass.
Yeah. So
See,
it was
yeah.
pretty cool. So after I listened to it, I was like, man, I really need to watch that movie. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's something I don't think I've ever asked you this, actually. Wow, this is weird. And it's going to be a weird question, but
Do
to
I
me...
need to leave the room?
No, trust me, you don't have to... It's we'll go there. We'll go there in front of anybody.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, and for you too, actually. I don't think of... It's weird, but to me, it kind of says something about people as far as horror goes. If you really love horror. Do you like Scream?
Yes.
I love Scream.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love it. I know that it is a parody, per
Somewhat.
se, but I absolutely love that whole series. I really do.
I think like it was that movie that came out in the 90s that seemed like it was very realistic, that it was possible that,
That
you
it
know,
could happen.
somebody could do that.
Yeah.
And that was like the horror, like, of it actually happening.
And
know.
that was the master Wes Craven.
Yes.
Dude,
He just-
I love Scream. People are like, Scream. I hear a lot of people say, Scream, dude, that's not. I'm like, man, that's a great movie.
Absolutely.
It really is. It's a great series.
I
on its own.
actually enjoyed
100% on its own.
You know,
Yeah.
the homage that it pays to all these old classic slasher flicks.
And not only
Yes.
that, but it's like, it's almost like our podcast. They talk about horror in it. They talk about horror movies. They talk about like what you should do in a horror movie.
Yeah.
What's the rules of a horror movie? Like,
Yeah.
dude, I love that movie.
Yes.
The lights are out. We need to go to
Yes.
the basement. I'll be back.
Yeah, no. And my favorite, like I can't remember. I think it was like part two. Part two was when they were at college, right?
Yes.
When Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's at the sorority house by herself, and she walks outside on the porch because she's scared. She's like, I think somebody might be in the house, blah blah. She's talking on the phone to this other girl, and she's like, here's some upstairs, and she's like, hold on, there's something upstairs. Let me call you back, and walks upstairs.
Yeah.
Why not?
And I constantly catch myself.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Grant, that's the whole point of having the horror movie, but it's like, wow.
I hear something. I'm going to
Hey,
go check it out.
I'm going upstairs like John Goodman in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, that movie, I always ask people that whenever I'm talking to them, if they're talking about horror movies. I'm like, do you like Scream? Because a lot of people will talk to you about the major ones, but when you talk to them about certain movies, they don't really, it's like they don't get it.
Yeah.
You gotta be in a certain, I'm looking for a
Mindset.
certain type
Mindset.
of mindset. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
And that movie is one of them that is, I think, is like a hidden gem.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I love horror as it encompasses the whole genre. I mean, it just, yeah, there's movies I don't like as much as other movies.
Oh, of course.
But just that feeling that you get, that adrenaline rush, that, God, I just love it.
Yes.
I just,
The adrenaline.
See, like me and Breezy, I'm gonna call you back and forth on those.
Breezy, Bree.
Breezy Bree,
Banana
we-
Brianna.
We,
I will forget your name several times, so I'll just say, hey, you.
Hey, you.
but
you
we,
over there.
No, I'm just
we've
kidding.
done a lot of freaking investigating shit or checking stuff out. We've done a lot of stuff. In
Oh,
our
man.
time. And that adrenaline rush you get from checking stuff out. Like I remember, I think I might have told this on here when my wife was on here.
Yeah.
Whenever we went to the state asylum.
Down in
The-
Waynesville.
the
it's
abandoned
not
one?
there anymore, but oh my gosh.
Dude, and they locked us out of the damn car.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna
I
take off
remember you
without
telling
us.
me that story, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, I see who are your
Little
loyal
fuckers.
eyes.
Fuck it.
They are, but you know that stuff there. Yeah, that adrenaline, man. That I put myself in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do that every time I watch a movie. a horror
I was
movie.
that person.
I always put myself in the movie. I'm always sitting there. I'm like,
What would I do?
here's what I would do. Here's what I would do. Oh wait, don't do that. You gotta do this. But I mean, I also put
There's a
myself in
movie on Netflix now. Oh, it's been on there for a while. God, what is the name of that?
there. Dead air. Dead air. Dead
Well,
air, dead air.
okay, so the big deal about the movie is as you're watching the movie, you have to use your remote to make decisions.
Oh, the same thing was kind of like with Final Destination, the special DVD they had, to where you flip the coin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a special edition Final
Really?
Destination, and
want that.
it chooses like who lives and who dies.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, and yeah, I
God,
can't remember
what was
which,
the name of that.
which one it was, but yeah, that's pretty cool though. That's a good idea.
Anyway,
But that'd be a lot of filming,
Moving
boy. To be able to
yeah.
all the different freaking outcomes.
Different scenes.
But yeah, that's cool.
scenes.
I remember that though when Final Destination came out with that special edition. I was like, dude, that's pretty cool.
I've got a game like that. It's a horror game. It's called Until Dawn, and you have to make decisions for the characters as you're going through it. And it's
pretty neat.
It's based off of an old like slasher movie.
What did I? James Wan is part of something coming up again. Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, the original. I love it. Who was in the original? Adrian Barbeau.
Is he making the new Mortal Kombat?
Yes, that's what it is.
For
Yeah,
real.
okay.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
involved
I'm
with the new Mortal
excited.
Kombat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was supposed to do something that we were excited about, and then he backed out. Oh, the new Resident Evil.
Yep, the new
He was going to
Resident
do the remake of Resident Evil, and he backed out of it. Horrible,
it sucks.
horrible news.
Yeah, it sucks. But anyway, James Wan is awesome. We
Yes,
all
he
know
is.
that.
Yes, he is.
So,
So hey, would you be down to doing some movies with us?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
We'll
I always get off
because
the
we like to
three.
do movies all
I
the
always
time.
get off the
and-
three.
she's
every day.
100. She's
And stuff.
100%
Yep.
ready for everything.
Yeah,
And
cool.
Some, I something that we're gonna do eventually is get out there and go see these places and do some live
absolutely.
shit. So many plans in the works.
That reminds me, I just the other day, my sister lives up in Imperial, Missouri, which is really well, it's right next to Kemswick, Missouri, and she is going to go over and check about the Witches' Night Out up there.
Sweet.
If we can do it, I've got an awning. We'll take the table, the computer.
I got a
We'll need to
canopy,
find
too.
a little generator.
Oh, I get
Because I don't know if we'll be close enough to a building, but it might be something fun to
Dude,
do.
that would actually be
And not
really
only that,
kick-ass.
we can also do recordings on our phones.
Right.
Because you can do interviews on our phones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
can do actually through just so you people know through our anchor, through our host. It's a free download on your phone. We can actually record right through our hosting site.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. There's a lot of big plans we have, guys. I got so much running through my head. It's just we're trying to slowly build this and slowly build this, and it's all coming to fruition.
Get the wheels going.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait. But anyway, let's get back into some more.
doing good.
Let's get
We're
back
doing
into some
good.
more horror stuff. Horror stuff here. So like, I kind of talked about it before, but I wanted to wait and let you tell the stories about the house you guys live in now.
Oh, man.
I just mentioned it before. I didn't say no stories or nothing like that, except for the one about the multiple people seeing the little kid sitting on the bed in the bed.
I've got more.
Yeah,
than
so
just
I'm gonna
that.
let her talk about some of that stuff, guys, because she lives in a house. It's like an old plantation house.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's-
up during the Civil War. So it's
Oh, you
super
showed me
duper
pictures
old.
of the,
Yes,
the
yeah,
front
yeah,
of the
for
house.
Halloween, yep.
Super old. Super old. There's a lot of history behind that. My mom's actually trying to find out. What's that booklet that you get when you buy a house?
Necronomicon.
Yes.
Sorry.
But it tells the history of who's bought the house.
Uh-huh.
They found out that I think it was in the 70s, there was a gangster that actually bought the house. He ended up escaping Illinois and to hide out in our house, bought it, and he had a bodyguard with him and his wife, and they hid out for about like 7 years, and they thought, the coast's clear, Well, they ended up leaving everything and started making it back up home, and they never made it back up to Illinois. Stories say that they just disappeared somewhere in Missouri, but apparently
Missouri.
yes,
I
Missouri.
love that.
But
Missouri
apparently
loves company.
somebody said that like the bodyguard still haunts the porch because he never left. He stayed at the house. So I don't know if like he got murdered or shot down or anything like that.
That's it. We're going to spend the night at BREEZY.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
no, we are.
Oh, yeah,
that's all
absolutely.
part of it.
I've heard-
There's
yes.
plans in the works.
Yes.
So much plans in the
absolutely.
works.
Absolutely.
But there's more stories.
Oh, yeah.
Look for it coming soon. But wait, there's more.
One night, my older sister, we're all in high school, young, just bought the house, not knowing anything was, special about the house. Special. I say that. But,
But I'm a creep. Oh, sorry.
I'm a winner.
Oh, sorry.
We're definitely getting kicked off of YouTube now. Sorry, guys.
Oh man.
But yeah, she was home alone. We've been there for like about a year. Started doing construction on the house. Normally whenever you do construction on a house, you're opening up doors that you never knew were there.
Remodeling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All that
Yes.
stuff.
Well, she decided that she wanted to take a shower, started listening to some music.
Keep going. Keep going.
Sorry, Devin.
Devin, I got you.
But all of a sudden, All of a sudden, the music got louder and was blaring like hardcore. She thought we were messing around with her, joking with her. She was like, guys, stop. She opens up the shower, sees no one's there, looks in the driveway, sees that there's no cars in the driveway. It's getting dark. So she gets out to unplug the stereo. So she unplugs it. It's quiet. She gets back in the shower. She's like, okay, well, hurry up. It's kind of getting a little creepy. New house, out in the middle of nowhere.
And the house is creepy, too.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Literally.
And then all of a
And
sudden...
nobody comes any farther than town in the dark, in the night.
And then, all of a sudden, the music starts blaring again. It's already plugged, she already took it out the wall and everything. She gets out, freaked out, almost falls, and right when she passes the CD player, all of a sudden, everything on the shelf just comes right off the shelf and, hits her. She gets to the door, and the doorknob is literally going like this. She's freaked out, naked,
Whoa.
towel, and runs out the house.
We're going to reenact this, Devin. It's all good.
Ryan's going to be the naked one.
Streaking.
Guilty!
We're streaking, honey.
I mean, Devin's not a bullshitter
No.
at all.
No.
So
That's cool.
I 100% believe it.
Yeah, one night she thought she heard cannonballs going off in the front yard. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Dude, there's a lot of stories. Almost everybody who stays out there for a
Yes.
few days.
And where is this at?
It's in Doolittle.
Yeah.
In
Newburgh.
Doolittle.
Yeah, it's
Newburgh.
we don't want to
It's
give the
back
exact
way into the-
address out to you,
It was-
creepy.
Yes.
But-
Please don't.
13872 State Route.
But it's close, and we're going to be going out
Yes.
there for sure. We already got
Yes.
stuff in the works. I've already talked to her parents, and it's all gravy.
That's cool.
We're
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
We're going
Lock
to be
Ryan in the basement.
in the basement.
In the basement.
Dude, I'll borrow a drone and we'll get a drone up.
Oh, dude.
Absolutely.
I got so many plans, guys. So much.
So many.
Motherfucker's got plans.
Got plans, dog. But anyway,
One
Anyway.
night I was sleeping up at the front room. That was the original house, because they're throughout the years people have added on to the house, but then the original house
It's still
upstairs.
there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
100%, yeah.
I was sleeping, and I wake up to giggling. A little kid giggling, and I look out the window, and you see this small little figure running back and forth.
Outside the window.
Not outside, inside the room.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I swear.
Whoa.
Yes.
I want to play with you.
Come play with us, Danny.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, that's so creepy.
We've had a
That
lot
is.
of
That's
people.
creepy as
yeah,
hell.
we've had a lot of people stay the night. They've seen a little girl in a white gown.
Yeah,
There's that white
same
gown,
room, in the
that
same
white
room.
gown.
Always a white gown.
Well, the little.
But I mean, it's that
Yeah.
time of the history.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw. What is up with that? Why is it always a white gown?
I think a lot of
I
it is
don't
that is that time of the history, because
So
normally
That's what women wore. I
yeah,
guess.
because of
It's bad.
cloth, it was cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have dyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of unless you had money. If you had money, your clothes was dyed and stuff. But a lot of people didn't have the money, so
Okay,
they're
my clothes would be white.
white as hell. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But
Look up white clothes in the dictionary, you'd see me.
yeah. But I have heard, when you go to her house, if you go up steps, it's like a spiral, it's a very short spiral staircase
Okay.
in the middle that goes up, and it's all old wood floors,
Creak.
everything creaks.
Yes.
And I have heard multiple times that.
Really?
Promise you, I'm not bullshitting.
Dude.
We're gonna get this shit on video, guys. I
Yes.
got so much
We're going to
brains in the
Bree's
works.
house for the weekend.
I have heard that, and that's exactly what you hear that.
Wow.
There's been black figures where you
Oh.
see the black
That's
figures.
why I sent you that message the other day. Shadow figures.
Yes.
We talk about them, but we've never really done an episode about
We'll
them.
go into. Well, we can. How about we do that next week?
Yeah.
We could.
Let's just go ahead. Yeah, we'll do that
Okay.
next week. But
It's crazy. I was
Now-
watching
now
something
we-
on YouTube about
You
that.
said it.
Yeah.
You were on video. You said it. We're doing it.
next week, baby.
Doing it.
Yeah, I have heard that, and like you said, there's a room downstairs that everybody sees
The front room.
and feels a little kid. Like I remember who was it at the wedding? Wasn't it the wedding that someone got freaked out and
Naomi and her boyfriend.
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
wedding.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
saw her. There has been many people that have stayed the night at my house, friends, family that have seen her. She is there.
Okay, so you had your wedding at the house.
Yeah.
Did you see anything weird in any of the pictures?
I never really looked. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
We're gonna have
Wait,
to
didn't
check
somebody-
that out. We're gonna have to check that out. Looking in
Didn't
the
somebody-
background and the windows.
Why? Well, I thought somebody
Oh,
had said
man.
something about that.
I just gave her chills.
man. Yeah, for real. I felt that one.
Yeah, because of course not only did I perform the wedding,
Yes. Yes. Thank you,
You
Ryan.
performed.
I was the best man.
Yes.
You were.
And just so you guys know, Bree
What?
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 likes girls.
What?
Oh yeah.
Hi.
And she's married. Okay.
Okay.
I did. I performed the wedding, and I was her best man. So boom, multitasking. But anyway, sorry, I had to toot my own horn here.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bum, ba-da.
You're welcome.
Thank you for putting me in chains.
You're black.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. But no.
We'll have to check out those pictures though.
Yeah, why do I remember somebody saying something about oh no, that was when you sent me the pictures of your mom putting up those.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
No, her mom sent me her own
No.
pictures.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. No.
Mom.
Don't tell your dad.
Oh, he
Your dad's
knows.
a very big man.
Oh. Well, hey.
I love
That's
him.
my dad.
I actually love her. My parents are awesome.
Yes.
They're awesome.
Oh, they get into this.
They
one.
sound like I love them, and I haven't even met them.
You
yet.
would. They're awesome people.
Yeah, you'll enjoy them.
But no, you sent me those pictures of them putting up the Halloween decorations.
Yes.
And there was like a little kid. She sent me a picture of her mom putting up. Then I showed you
The big old clown.
The big old clown.
Yep.
Remember this like 8, 9,
The big
10
old
years old?
clown.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, her mom's putting that up, and then I said, I don't know what's creepier, the clown or the little
Little boy in the
little boy
background.
standing in the background next to a headstone that they
Yep.
put up. And she's
Yep,
like,
the
what little
tombstones,
boy?
yep. yep. That's my mom. That's my mom.
Nice.
It's okay. It was just the neighbor boy. Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, he looked so fucking creepy. He was just standing there like
He
that.
was. It was like
Straight
he was
face.
not from there.
It wasn't like he was like giggling. He was straight face, just standing there. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Welcome
Yeah.
to my house.
Wow.
No, but we are definitely
Welcome to
gonna.
my nightmare.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be out there for sure. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Yes.
Yeah, that-
Oh, I already
cool.
told my parents. So we. Got
And
the
we're gonna
house.
do that sometime.
Well, it's going to mess up Halloween, though, because you guys do Halloween out there.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it for an investigation.
No, like we can go anytime.
I mean,
anytime
for her
in the
coming
fall.
here.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh.
No, they just decorating stuff out there. You don't
It's
have
like
to.
a. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
They
no,
do it.
we, like last year, Halloween,
Yeah.
he showed up late.
Yeah, because I had to
Like,
freaking.
at one time, I'm out in the street directing traffic. I mean, it was crazy.
Normally,
I
what's
had
sad
about
was-
20 cars in my driveway, and
That's-
this whole
that's
garage
awesome.
was full
That's
of
awesome.
people.
We had like the movies going
And
and,
it-
popcorn.
And we're not in here.
Yeah.
We're not in here partying and drinking and being fools or anything.
Yeah.
People bring their kids. I mean, people come in from town. And
What's
stuff.
What's kind of scary though is normally we don't really get a lot of people that get to see the house. So the people that do drive by.
Yeah.
Are stalkers.
Well, dude, like they literally live way
No, we
out.
like to creep them out.
Creepy.
We like to creep them out. So then they're like driving by and
They
going,
live
oh,
way
all
out
right.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And this
Way
big
out
old
there.
freaking
Yes.
plantation style old creepy house,
Yeah.
man. It's cool as shit. I can't wait to go
That's
out there.
cool.
I know. I know your wife Krista ended up having a moment at the house when she was
Before
little.
she
When
even
she
lived
was
there.
little,
My wife was
out in the
friends.
pasture.
How was she there before you lived there?
A mutual friend of all
That
ours
owned the house before.
owned the house before.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Well, they didn't own it. I guess they lived there, right? They didn't own it. They were just renting. Or
No,
they owned it.
they owned it. Yeah.
owned it.
Yeah.
And yeah, she had been staying out there with them. This is when they were little.
Yeah.
Probably like 6, 7.
Elementary.
Yeah.
Little.
Wow.
She had some stories about it out there. And I think I want to save those. What I want to try to do is when we do the investigation.
We need to get Krista here.
Well, no. Here's what I was thinking. What we do is when we do the investigation, we'll do little small interviews.
Yeah.
And
That,
put it on a video
yeah.
and upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
And then we can put it all together.
We need to get one of
That'd be
those Zoom, one of those really nice digital recorders.
I got one. I got it.
Oh, do you?
From my
Okay.
paranormal days of investigating. I got the stuff you
Well,
see.
hell yeah.
The stuff you see on TV.
I'm all into free shit.
The stuff you see on TV.
Right.
that-
It's like I already got it all.
that's what I bought. I literally, yeah, dude.
He was that
I got a recorder that's every bit of about this big, and it cost me $120. Yeah.
It's fucked up. The smaller shit gets, the more expensive it is.
Yeah, and that's got 150 hours of recording time on it.
Jesus Christ, I got a boombox this big that you can only record 5 minutes on.
So I got, we're
carried on my shoulder back in the
We're
80s.
covered.
Yes.
I want to do phone interviews too, though. I want like with our phones, and because we can do that, and we get multiple interviews
Yeah.
from people.
So here's a thought. I know we've talked about that. What about getting a business line?
As far as for the
So we're not giving out our personal numbers.
100%. I hear you're saying. Yeah, once we start building up,
I
think
wonder if we
100% are going to do that because we're going to take
Yeah.
calls and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and
I get
emails.
fucking weird calls all the time anyway. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
I got a call today. It was so weird. It just happened today. My wife says, "Hey, you need to listen to the message on the answering machine." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" And she's like, "It's some lady saying that she may know you."
Huh.
And of course, I'm thinking, "Oh my God, who did I sleep with?" And,
Nobody.
So
Why are you
anyway,
calling me?
So I'm like, what? How old was she? She sounded older. I'm like, okay, well, it's not a
good,
long
we're
lost
good.
kid or something, But anyway, no, I'm just kidding, folks. So I listened to this phone message, and this lady, she says, "Hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. I think that you were like one of my distant cousins. I really just wanted to talk to you for a little bit. I'm into genealogy." And I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking, all right, and I'm listening to this message, and she never said who she was
Or how to get back in hold of her.
or how to get a hold of her. She said, "I will try and call you back." And I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got her phone number on caller ID.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at her phone number, and it's a 573 number, but then it starts out with an 888. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? So my wife, I don't want to say my wife's paranoid, but my wife is paranoid as fuck. So she gets on the computer, and she says, okay, here. And
Let's
she's
look up
like,
that
well,
number.
that phone number is from Kennett, Missouri.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, honey, that can't be a coincidence. My dad was from Kennett, Missouri.
Yeah. So
And
there you go.
my dad passed away a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
so there you go.
Oh, wow.
Year and a half ago. And I'm like, okay, I need to call this lady back. And
Yeah.
she's like, don't call her back. Don't do it. She said it may be some sort of scam or something. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
it was just kind of a weird kind of
Coincidence,
thing. Just
yeah.
I'm like, that's too much of a coincidence
Yeah.
to not mean something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
cool though.
So
A
anyway.
lot of people are doing that stuff though. A lot of
Yeah,
people
and
do
that's
that
what
stuff
she
now.
said. She said, don't call her back. She, if she calls you back, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll allow you.
I'll call the police.
I'll tell her where to find your body.
Yeah.
Stalker.
But yeah, so as far as that goes, we're covered on that. There's so much good plans coming, guys. But
So cool. Let's get back into Bree here.
yeah, let's everybody.
As you can tell, we like to joke around a lot. I mean,
So
if
does
you,
she.
Oh, yeah.
You know Ryan, so I mean, I'm not much different other than I'm older. Yeah, we like to talk. We like to joke.
Love it. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And our big thing is we like to talk about horror and ghost stories.
yeah,
Perfect.
There's so
So-
many.
You were talking about people, women in white dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
So, little story from when I was a kid. We lived in a 2-story house that we lived in South St. Louis. And this house, you could tell at one time it was 2 apartments
Yeah.
because there was an outside entrance into the upstairs. And it was actually a 2-story house with a finished basement.
Yeah.
But both the first story and the second story were identical. It was 3 rooms and a bathroom back in the corner.
Yeah.
Identical
Yeah.
setup. Well, the person that had lived in it before we moved into it had converted it into a single family home. So what they had done is in the center room, now in these old homes in St. Louis, that were built in the early 1900s or whatever,
Yeah.
they had really high ceilings. So these ceilings were like 12 foot high. So in the corner of the center room, there was a spiral staircase that went up.
Oh, nice.
To,
Yeah.
The old school, really tight,
Yes.
you're not carrying a couch up that motherfucker spiral staircase, you know. So my grandmother stayed on the first floor in the first room. So when she looked out her window, she looked out into the street.
Yeah.
The middle room was a living room. The back room was a kitchen. So upstairs, when you went up the spiral staircase, you came out into my sister's room was in the center.
Yeah.
My mother's room was towards the front of the building, out towards the street, and then my room was the back room. So my sister used to always talk about waking up in the middle of the night and seeing this woman standing at the top of the staircase with a white flowing dress. And she didn't know who this woman was.
Yeah.
And this happened several times. And finally, we were going through some old pictures that my grandmother had her photos out and her photo albums and stuff. And my sister's like, oh my God, I think that's the woman I saw at the top of the stairs. It was my grandmother's mother.
Oh, wow.
So it was our great grandmother. So what was odd about that is I never got to see it.
Yeah.
And I stayed in my sister's room several times because I
Trying
wanted
to catch,
see it, And at this time I was 8, 9 years old, and I wanted to see it. Never got to see it. Some of my sister's friends had stayed the night one time.
Yeah.
And one of them claimed that she woke up in the middle of the night and saw this woman standing at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
So time passed. I never got to see this woman, but my sister also told me the story about, so you've got the spiral staircase. She said, if you went one loop down, she said occasionally I would see this little girl sitting on the stairs with pigtails holding a doll. And now I don't know if she was bullshitting me or not.
Yeah.
I never got to see this
scare you or
stuff, but
nothing.
man, it creeped me out.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
It
I'm
creeped me
waiting.
out.
I'm waiting for the time I hear a story saying, and then I seen this figure standing at the top of the steps wearing a 1986 Metallica tour T-shirt. And,
That would have been me. No, this was like late 70s.
yeah. But yeah.
But so years and years later, so my mom ended up getting remarried. My father left at a young age. I'm sorry, I was a young age when my father left, and it was just the three of us for years. And so when my mom decided that she was going to move back to St. Louis, her and her mother bought this house together.
Yeah.
And so we lived there for a few years and decided to move out because my mom remarried.
Yeah.
And after we moved out, I would occasionally go back and stay with my grandmother. Well, my grandmother's house, or my grandmother's bedroom, so her bed was against one wall, and she had like a couch with a hide-a-bed against the other wall in her room. So when I would stay over, I would sleep on that couch. Well, from that couch, if you would roll over, you could see that spiral staircase just perfect. Perfect.
Oh, man.
So one night I'm laying there.
You're like, I want to see something.
And I had this weird feeling that you don't want to roll over and look at that. You don't want to roll over and look at that. So I don't know what I saw, but I'll tell you what I think I saw.
Into the couch.
Eventually something turned me over and made me look at this. And what it looked like to me was something outside the staircase holding onto the railing, and it was weird. It was like it looked like it was pointing at me. Now, it could have been the moon coming through I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah.
But it was, I swear, it looked like the Grim Reaper.
Oh, man.
And it was like floating outside the spiral staircase, and it was pointing right at me.
Oh, man.
It was the creepiest thing. It may have been my mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah. But you never know, man.
But
you just
never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe in it. Right at that time, I was really deep into scary movies. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what really started it for me. Of course, I'll be honest with you. I think what started it for me was Scooby-Doo. You know, I was a kid of the 70s. I grew up, you know, I was born in 71.
Yeah.
Grew up through the 70s and watched a lot of Saturday morning cartoons, and some of my favorites were Scooby-Doo. And I remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I went with my grandmother. She used to love to go shopping at Sears. And, you know, the 70s were a different time.
Yes.
You know, a lot different than it is now. And so, anyway,
Hello.
we're not talking about my grandma's bush here. Hold on.
It's so angry.
Hold on. So, fucking bats flying out. Oh, no, wait, that was a scary movie. No, never mind. But anyway, so she used to go shopping at Sears, and
Yeah.
we would walk to Sears because it wasn't that far away.
Yeah.
And they had a little record section. They had this record. I found a record in there. It was Alfred Hitchcock's Ghost Stories for Young People.
Yes.
And I bought that, and I swear I wore that album
Over and
out.
over again. Yes.
Over and over and over. And I think that is really probably what started my love of the paranormal and
You know, talking,
ghost stories
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I have a digital version of that now, and I still will listen to it
That's what's up.
occasionally. I love it.
well, it's talking about that kind of like I just got back from St. Louis, watching my oldest nephew graduate. Well, I guess I should say my
Congratulations, oldest nephew.
oldest
Yes.
nephew from my brother graduated, and
Welcome to adulthood.
yeah, but
Welcome to, oh fuck, I gotta get a job.
Damn.
he'd be all right. He's a good kid. But my sister-in-law has not my sister-in-law. Yeah, my sister-in-law. Whatever.
One of them.
Whatever. It is.
She has all the original books of the scary stories telling the dark.
Yeah.
Love
See,
it.
and I wasn't, those came after I was,
Yeah.
you know, I was a
Freaking
teenager.
love, dude. I
you
still
know.
I had that book forever just because of the art.
I have the trilogy in one book.
Just because of the
Those scary
artwork in
stories.
it,
That's
man.
awesome.
I cannot wait for that movie to come out. God, it's gonna be so good.
See, on that, you know, I grew up. There was three girls. We got into Are You Afraid of the Dark? Goosebumps.
Yeah, Goosebumps. I've talked about that on here
Tales
a
of
lot.
the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah, it's really cool the dynamic we have because you guys are about 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
We're going to say 10 years.
is it about?
About maybe a little more. But anyway, so it's really cool. So I noticed that, especially with you and I talk about a lot of these old things, and they're old to me.
Yep.
They're like before he was even thought
Born,
about.
yeah.
And he still is like, oh yeah, I remember that dude.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, yeah, that's what
It's like Poltergeist. Poltergeist came out before you were born.
Yeah, but it
You
doesn't.
know,
but yeah, it don't
you
matter.
still were like, oh, dude, I love
Yep.
that movie. You know,
Yeah.
'Cause
and it's just
It's like the greats. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now they're trying to do all these remakes. And they're remaking this movie and that movie. And, people are like, why
for the
don't they
most
make-
part, they're messing them up. They did a fantastic job on the remake of Evil Dead. I'm sorry,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just going to
dude.
throw that out there.
I'd probably say that, like, in the past, you know, decades are different, like decades, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But with the remakes, I would have to say the early, 2000s, they did horrible with the remakes.
They did.
But this
They did.
year, I would have to say the remakes on movies that have came out have been amazing.
Well,
I
see,
think that
like-
they've done really well with it.
Evil Dead's the best so far.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
They did pretty good with Halloween.
Well, Halloween
It was
wasn't
a-
a remake though.
Yes,
Kinda,
it
That was a
a chapter,
continuation.
but to bring.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was fantastic. And I think the biggest reason why it was so good is because Carpenter was involved again.
Yes.
In which now Carpenter is talking about how he wants to get back into horror. So I guarantee
That's
you in
awesome.
the next year or two, we're going to see some horror coming out from John
Good
Carpenter.
horror.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
James Wan upped the game
Oh
up,
my God,
man.
can you imagine
God.
if James Wan and John
Carpenter got
Carpenter
together.
collaborated
yes.
on something?
Absolutely.
James
They make
Wan
a beautiful
with-
horror baby.
Oh yeah, James Wan, without a doubt, has put out some of the creepiest shit in the past
Yes.
10 years.
100%.
Hands down.
I mean, just that guy has got a mind for horror.
Oh yeah.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about too. You were kind of talking about getting back to like the generational thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, Scream kind of says it in reverse for you.
Right.
Scream is a great
Scream is a
movie.
90s.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Dude, I remember I was so excited when I heard about Scream 4. when I heard Scream 4 was coming out, because it had been
Absolutely,
years and years and years, and I'm like, oh my God, they're doing Scream 4. Oh my God, we gotta go see that, and nobody would go see it with me, so I went and saw it by myself.
yeah. Well, there you go. And the thing is like what I was getting at is like it doesn't matter. It speaks to you the way it speaks to me, and the way it speaks to you.
Yeah.
And that's why I love this channel that we have, and I love this podcast that we have.
For sure.
And the future of where it's going, and the people we're going to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
We're connected. This thing connects everyone, and it brings out something in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The same thing, no matter what age you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like that freaking guy that keeps popping up on Facebook, the metalhead, the old dude. You ever seen that guy?
Mm-mm.
I guess he's talking about me.
No, this dude's like 90 years old.
Oh.
And he's in his car just blaring AC/DC, and he's in there just going. I mean, and
I have not seen
I
that.
guess I haven't seen that.
he's
I
all
haven't.
over the place. Look it up. I guarantee you'll find it. It's hilarious. 'Cause
Old
he's-
dude metal.
I'm serious. And it just he's 90, but he's still
Metal.
yeah, he still feels it. And that's what I'm saying. Like horror speaks that way to me, and it speaks a way to her and you,
Right.
and like even my wife. She's not a horror head, but she loves horror movies. She likes to get scared.
Well, and it's funny because some people fall into that. It's not really a category. It's some people fall into that. Oh, all I care about is 80s horror. Or all I care about is 70s horror. Okay. Well, I've got 70s horror here. I got 50s horror here. I got 80s horror there, or 70s horror there.
Yeah.
I'm really big into Jason and and then I also love the Scream stuff, which is in the 90s, and now this new stuff with James Wan, the Conjuring, Insidious series.
Oh man,
it's fucking awesome. And I got to tell you, the Annabelle series.
Oh
the first movie
was
okay.
Yeah.
The second movie was probably one of the best horror movies I have seen in a long time.
Oh man,
Agreed.
And I cannot wait for this third
coming
one.
home. Annabelle coming home.
There is some
gets me
really cool
excited.
shit coming out.
Yes.
And we can do so much more with technology and stuff. It's like when we were watching Poltergeist the other night. When I talked about the guy tearing his face off in the mirror. It was a practical effect, and yes, you can watch that movie and you can tell, okay, that is a practical effect. But you know what? When that movie came out in 1982, it was freaking groundbreaking.
Oh yes.
It looked phenomenal.
I said this before when we talked about this before, but talking about special effects and stuff like that. Nightmare on Elm Street still, to this day, holds up.
Oh yes.
It looks more real. Like when he's coming out from over top of the bed.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That
It
part is
looks
really creepy.
legit.
Yeah.
And that was back in the freaking 80s. No, the first one came out.
Look at the Friday the 13th. If you go back and you watch, I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th. I love part 3. I don't know why. I just absolutely. Well, I do know why, because that's when Jason gets the iconic mask. Is in that movie.
Yep.
If you look at the effects in those movies, Tom Savini did a fantastic job on those.
Tom Savini, of course.
So since we're talking about effects, I have got to give props to Rick Baker. Rick Baker still has the greatest werewolf transformation ever put on film, and that was an American Werewolf in London. Nobody has been able to top that.
Did you not forget about the video I shared with you the other day?
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude, that was so funny.
It was bad.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
But Rick Baker did such a fantastic job on that. I don't even understand why they can't do werewolf transformations like that anymore. He went so over the top, and it was so realistic and so good.
I think it has to do with passion.
Yeah.
I'm serious. the reason why you see James Wan coming out with the greatness that he has, I think no matter what people say, oh, he's not really a horror guy, I think he loves horror. And I think that's why
He does. Look at, okay, so James Wan did a movie way back called Dead Silence.
Great. Yeah.
Fantastic movie. That
We just
movie
watched that
is
the other day.
creepy as hell.
My niece's favorite movie when she was how young?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that movie is creepy
Yes.
as hell, and that was James Wan. I mean, the guy.
And I
you're
think that's
right,
what you're
he's got a
talking.
love for horror.
It's a passion thing, you know.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
people who
It's
feel
gotta
it.
be a part of you.
That's why, like I was telling you, well, put it this way, it's like I was telling you about the podcast, It's Alive podcast.
Yeah.
That this dude, it's these two guys,
Yeah.
and they're like, I think they're in school for it or whatever, film school or some kind of whatever, but they love horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He came out with this concept for a movie that was fucking so badass. I was like, dude, why? And he said that we submitted it.
Yeah.
I don't see how people couldn't come up with, dude. I wish I could tell you guys the whole concept of it, but it's basically going to be a Freddy Krueger versus Hellraiser.
Oh.
And basically, in this concept, you know,
Hellraiser hasn't been the same since
Different
Doug
worlds
Bradley.
collide.
well, what's cool about
Different
this
worlds
concept is
collide.
that he says, as we all know, Krueger gets fed by the fear of the children. He gets fed by who knows about him. Well, in their concept, the internet is out now.
Oh my god.
So it goes viral. Krueger gets basically
Yeah.
takes
Huge.
over
Yeah.
takes over the earth. Well, he's doing what he's doing, and like they incorporate the Dream Warriors in there, and the Dream Warriors come back, and
Oh, wow.
they start fighting Krueger as much as they can, and blah blah. So it's a big, huge, epic battle, and then out comes Hellraiser.
You opened the box. We came.
Well, he says that you have
Absolutely.
all these souls. I'm coming for my souls, and like it's basically him.
I want my
versus-
property back.
Dude, it was so great. I was like, that
Yeah.
would be the greatest concept, and that's what we need. More of these
Freddy
guys.
versus Jason.
Right.
Yeah, more of these fresh guys coming up,
And there's a lot of
and women.
there's a lot of stuff going on now with these fan-made movies and stuff.
Oh yeah, some of them are good. Man.
There's a new Friday the 13th movie
I seen.
that it's called Never Hike Alone.
Yeah.
That looks it was a fan-made movie, but
The passion that went into it
Yeah.
made it work.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
Love
talking
it.
about. I'm not trying to overtalk you. I feel like I'm overtalking Bree.
No, we're just
No,
talking here.
she's doing it. We're just
We're here
we're just
with you.
rapping, yo.
We are here with you.
So I mean, yeah, that's basically in just for Breezy here. This is basically it. I mean, see, it wasn't bad.
It's passion.
I love it.
I'm
excited
gonna get
for more.
It's gonna get so much
it's not-
better.
Yes.
Well, I don't. Never mind. I'm not.
What?
It's gonna get so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And with the stuff that we have planned, the ideas that got
And
coming
like
out,
tonight, we don't have an agenda. We're just bullshitting.
getting to know you, and well, I already do, but all of our fans
And this is how it is. I mean,
or followers.
We
We need to come up
love
with
horror.
we need to come up with a name for our people, for our family.
they could be our horror hounds.
The horror hounds. Our horror hounds. I love it.
WHOR. Oh no.
That's a different
H-O-
movie.
Yeah, sorry.
Kind of like,
That involved Debbie.
yes. Although I'm sure Linnea Quigley's probably in that movie.
Wonder where she put that lipstick.
Hello.
But yeah, this basically we talked about this. That's why we want to do this, is for the passion of it, and that's basically the whole concept of
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah, but for us, it doesn't just stop at horror movies.
Yeah.
When those credits end, for us, it continues on because we're deeply passionate about the paranormal.
Oh, yeah,
we
she's-
want to investigate. We want to.
Proceed.
Yeah, I mean, we want
Proceed to share the
we want to
horror.
see what's out there, So, another thing that we've talked about that I'm just going to mention this briefly because I just posted this on our Facebook page is about aliens. So, I don't know if you're into aliens
Yes.
or anything. Okay, so Dan Aykroyd from the
Oh, yeah,
Ghostbusters,
100%, yeah.
Elwood, and
He's
from
a-
the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
Everybody knows who fucking Dan Aykroyd is.
Yes.
Come on.
man.
Yes.
So anyway, he just was at this convention in Kentucky, and he made this claim that aliens are coming to Earth and they are after our women.
Well, he's like a third generation, like...
He is really big into the alien conspiracy.
He's like, family has been in it.
Yes, yes.
Like, he's a third generation, like, third or fourth generation,
he claims
investigator.
that...
Yeah.
That's cool.
He claims that 60% of the population believes in aliens.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That sounds like a big number, 60%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 100% here.
Yes.
But
Of the entire population.
of the entire population, we're talking 7 billion people, you know.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
I believe
100%,
it.
man.
I believe it.
You know, it's cool, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, my wife one day, we work for a delivery company, and you know,
You're constantly outside.
We're always all over the place, backwoods. I mean, middle of nowhere,
Everywhere.
no service, no nothing. Well, she got stuck one day. I mean, out in the deepest boonies around here. Okay, got
Ryan
stuck.
likes to go mudding.
Yeah, she got stuck. I didn't. It was Krista. She got stuck down there, right? She ends up having to walk up this freaking hills gravel road to get service so she can call, you know, someone to come get her out. And she said that she heard this like weird screaming. I asked her, well, did it sound like a bobcat? We're from the country. We know what animals sound like. She's like, it was
We're
not
from
a
the country. We know where to hide the body.
Yeah. She's like, I know it wasn't a bobcat. I know what a bobcat sounds like. And then I'm like, well, what did it sound like? She's like, I don't know, like a almost like a mix between like a cow and like a monkey and and it was just a weird.
What the fuck?
What?
Cows
Well,
and
cows
monkeys
make- cows
shouldn't
make-
fraternize together.
Cows make weird noises sometimes. But
Cats and dogs sleeping together. It's anarchy.
it's all anarchy. If he gets up, I'll get up. We'll all get up. It'll be anarchy. Sorry, that's from one of my favorite movies. It's not horror related, but
Well, kind of.
The Breakfast Club.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah. but anyway,
Dan Aykroyd.
I showed her. I was
See where I went there? See?
you fucking sly bastard. No, I pulled up this thing on YouTube, and I just like, it was people claiming Bigfoot noises, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I played a couple of them. I'm like, what does it sound like this? And I started playing stuff, and she's like, oh my god, yeah, what kind of animal is that? She's like, that was exactly what it sounds like. I'm like, it's Bigfoot. She's like, what? She's like, that's exactly what I heard. That's exactly what I heard.
So, are you into cryptids and
Oh, yeah.
weird creatures
Oh,
like
yeah.
that?
Absolutely.
The chupacabra.
The chupacabra.
Yeah,
I just love to
Yes.
say that.
Yes.
She.
It's my favorite cryptid.
She's in all that
Slender
stuff.
Man?
Slender Man.
Slender Man. Which the movie was.
No.
I like that. No. Just no.
No. They could have done a lot better with that.
That's kind of how
yeah,
we
they
felt
really
about
could've.
Yeah.
the
Look at them.
We talked about that with the Rob Zombie Halloween movies.
Shoot me in the head.
But yeah, cryptids,
Sorry.
Bigfoot, the Beast of Bray Road.
Yeah, we did some really cool stuff. Which she's listened to
Oh,
our
yeah.
episodes and stuff. So, but she's gonna be on here permanently, guys. So
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
if any of you guys have any questions that you want to ask or whatever, that better be horror-related questions. Don't with Bree.
I don't know. Some of that shit might be scary.
But
Might be interesting too.
Yeah, but anyway, if you guys got any questions, hit us up on our hit us up on Facebook. Horror Chronicles podcast, easy to find.
For sure. Yeah. Now that we're on Anchor, you can find us anchor.fm/The Horror Chronicles. We're on all the major sites now.
Yep.
Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes.
Let's get connected.
Yeah, and of course, YouTube, guys. We're making videos, and I promise there's going to be a lot of new stuff coming out and about. A lot of stuff in the works. We got the horror
I
shorts.
think I can clip that camera to your hat. And
Yeah.
then you can just carry the computer on your back.
There you
Yes, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. No, we got
So
the
when
horror.
you're going... Oh, wait.
I might
Never mind.
quit it. You're going to get me in trouble.
I'm already in trouble. Stay that way.
But
Stay that way.
we got the horror shorts that we've been doing. That's our bi-weekly thing we do, giving movie suggestions and stuff.
Yeah, which it's funny. I did realize the other day that our horror shorts was 15 minutes long.
Yeah, we're going to try and work on it.
We need to shorten that up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to work on that, guys.
It's not short. It should be the horror 15.
Horror 15. Love it.
15 minutes of horror.
But hey, it might be a little longer now.
Yeah.
Because we'll do like a...
Well, I'm going to
little
ask
5-minute
Bree
thing.
if she wants to,
Yeah.
Just, I want to condense that down. Just for you guys. I know it's...
No, we know that on YouTube a lot, people, look for
Get
those little
lost
short
a little.
videos.
Yep.
I look for them myself. It's like, oh, that video is 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long. Ah, fuck. I don't
But our podcast is worth it, guys. And
I
it's
ain't
going to
got
get
time for
better.
that shit.
It's going to get better. We got so much stuff to put out there. It's going to get...
As you can tell, we like to talk.
Yeah, but we got plans.
Yes, we do.
We promise.
We got skills.
Yes.
We got skills.
We got skills.
What you want to do about it?
What?
Y'all got skills.
What do you want to do about it?
What you want to do about it?
Love it.
But anyway, guys, I think we're going to end this. It's
Yeah.
getting kind of late. We all got to be up. I just got back from St.
Crack of
Louis,
dawn.
literally.
Yeah.
Drove straight from St. Louis to here, and then, yeah.
I'll
I gotta
be
tell
in
you, driving
Lebanon.
back from Kansas City from that Slayer show and getting home at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was pretty beat yesterday.
Yeah.
Rock on.
I'm glad we didn't do those last night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, guys,
So, anyway,
welcome, Breezy.
Hey, I'm excited. Let's continue.
we're
to
excited too.
scare
We're
each
glad
other.
to have her
It's
here.
going to get a lot better.
She's going to be an
Absolutely.
awesome addition to this show.
Once she starts getting her, feeling her, trust me, you guys, then I've seen nothing.
When she starts feeling what?
Wait, what?
Once she starts
am I
feeling,
feeling?
once she starts feeling herself,
Quit it. You better quit it. You better be good.
stop.
oh, gosh.
You better be good.
But yeah,
Yeah, we do got to be good.
it's gonna get a lot better, guys. We love you.
That was just rude.
No, I cannot be rude to her.
Me calling somebody rude.
I cannot be rude to her. Cannot be rude to her. It's physically
No, it was
impossible.
awesome having you. I think this is going to be really cool.
Oh, I
and
think
be really
it's
fun.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're excited too.
Going to get great, guys, and we're gonna finish this one off because it's getting later and I'm getting more tired. I've been on vacation all week, so I have no excuse for being tired.
Was. No wonder I didn't see your ass this week.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck is this dude?
Who's this guy over here delivering my stuff over here? Who the
Who's that
fuck
guy?
is this guy?
Get out of here.
Who's this? Hey, shh, shh. Cut that out. We're at here an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah, cut that out. Anyway, guys,
I have to cut that.
we love you. Don't forget to hit us some emails so we can know what you guys want to talk about, or if you want to tell your own story, whatever, let us know.
Breezy, say hi to 10 million people.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We wish it was 10 million people.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hey, we pretend. But hit us up on our emails, guys. If you want to send in your story, we can tell your story for you. We're going to get calls and all that. You guys know we're working on everything.
Yeah.
It's getting better and better every time. So
Email is horrorchroniclespodcast@gmail.com.
he remembers that stuff. I don't. I got short-term memory loss. Yeah. What'd you say?
I was going to make it thc.gmail.com, but I thought that'd be a little weird.
What kind of email is this?
I didn't think people would be able to remember that.
But anyways, guys, yeah, we got Bree here. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be, Bride's going to get better and better. We love you. And until next time.
Keep it creepy.
These measures are